In this tutorial you will learn step by step how to paint this motif. For this we'll be using watercolors and a fineliner, so stay with us and let's make some art. For this painting I'm using slightly thicker paper that's suitable for watercolors, and I've securely attached it to my table, as you can see here. I recommend doing this so that your paper won't warp too much. Now you can take your pencil and let's start by sketching the motif. Here you can let your creativity flow. I've chosen to draw a light bulb with a whale jumping out of it. Be careful not to press too hard with the pencil to avoid creating scratches on the paper. You can erase it later and the sketch will be still visible. So I'm sketching the light bulb. You can sketch it from the side or slightly from the top, like I'm doing it here, with small curves at the bottom. Then draw the socket at the bottom and sketch the inside of it. This is an old light bulb, and this motif is often used to symbolize an idea breaking free. So I'm sketching the inside of the light bulb now. There is some glass inside and also some wires over here and also here. In the next step we will draw the top of the light bulb, and here it will burst and here the whale will come out of the light bulb. I will sketch first now the whale, like that. I'm giving it a slightly curved tail and it's breaking out of the light bulb. So for that you draw part of the wall out of the light bulb. Here we'll also add a mouth, the eyes, the top part of the whale will be dark or black, so I'll use black paint for that. For the bottom part I will use pink or lila color. But now I'll sketch the fins and also adding some dots over here and there. And where the whale comes out of the light bulb we draw some broken glass. Over here and also here. And maybe the wires are also broken here, so I draw them like that. Now we have a sketch, but I don't want to work with it right now because it would show too much when we paint. So I'm taking a kneaded eraser and gently erasing the sketch until it's just faintly visible. This way I can still see where to apply the paint. First I'm going to take my watercolor palette, and I have a small container where I can mix the colors. I'm going to start with black, but not too intense black. I'll mix it with some water to create a gray. I'll apply the gray to the top of the whale. I'm making sure to wet the area first so that the colors spread nicely. I leave the area in the eye white and then draw the rest. Here I'm using a finer brush to apply the paint. By wetting the area first I can create soft transitions without harsh edges. The hard edges only form when the paint dries, so I can add some darker areas while it's still wet. If I want some areas to be even darker, I can apply more black paint. You can decide how dark or light you want it to be. I'm going to use a hairdryer to speed up the drying process. Next, I'm going to use a light pink or lila color for the lower part of the whale. It shouldn't be too intense, so I'm mixing it with water and painting the lower area. As you can see, I again wet first the area so that I can apply more darker areas. Now, if I want it even darker, I can add a slightly darker shade of pink and even mix it with some black to intensify it in certain areas. This creates a more irregular and textured look. And I'll use again my hairdryer to ensure it's completely dry. Now you can also add some shadows, and I'm adding a little bit more dark, a little bit more black here, and mix the colors, add some water, so that I can now create dark areas or shadows. Now I'm going to use blue to create the background inside the light bulb. It should look like water. So I take some blue and mix it up with water. And I'll add some blue spots to make it appear watery. Here I use also a bigger brush because I don't need so much details here. And I again add some wet color here, some spots here, and add also some blue areas over here. I will first draw with a darker blue over here and then add some lighter areas. I can create light blue areas by adding more water to my color. We will first let it dry again. So I take again my hairdryer and then I will add some more blue with a little bit more water. So take now again your container to mix up the colors, and as you can see I add more water to my blue here. Through the drying process of the first step I will get some hard edges here, my first blue area, and now I can add some light blue inside of the light bulb. Just fill it out. Don't go too much in the detail. And for now it's okay. Now I'm taking black paint for the bottom part of the light bulb, which is made out of metal. I'm creating hard edges by painting it black and darkening some areas. I'll again use the hairdryer to dry this layer and maintain those hard edges. Then I add again some more black, and this time with more water, so I create gray areas, and then let the whole drawing dry. In the last step, I'm taking my fineliner and tracing over the sketch I made earlier. I'm doing this last because I don't want to paint over the black lines. This way they will remain sharp. The sketch also helps me to see where the lines are, making it easier to follow. Now trace your complete sketch with the fineliner. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you'd like to continue creating, then explore more of my channel. Don't forget to subscribe for the future drawing and painting tutorials, as well as creative content. You can also visit my website DrawTut.com for more free tutorials and comprehensive drawing courses to take your skills to the next level. But most important, have fun creating art.